welcome to another video, class 9. Now class 9, we will be continuing with chapter number 2, that is basic terms and concepts used in economics. Now in the previous video we have done the definition of economics, where we have read about what economics means, what are the types of economics, like how many types are there in which the economics is being divided, what is the nature of economics, right? Now in this we will be continuing and we will be knowing that what are the different basic terms, like on which till your higher studies, even if you are going to do PhD or even if you are going to do any degree in this subject, in this economics, the terms will be used, right? And they will have a different meaning than your daily life, right? So first is your wants. Now everybody know the meaning of want, right? Everybody knows the meaning of want. Everybody is very well aware of the word, but it means something else in economics, right? Like want means in daily life, like we say, I want this, I want that, but we have never studied that, we have never analyzed this word. So this word in economics means that anything which you desire, right? Anything which you desire. Anything which you desire of. Desire of means that I want this. I want this. Why? Because I desire of something. I want a piece of chalk. Because I desire a piece of chalk. Why? Because I want to write on the blackboard. I want to write on the green board. That is why I want this. Why? Because right now this is my need. This is my desire. So want means something that you desire of, that you are willing to have in your hand, you are willing to have in your life, right? Then we have certain character. Okay, let's do the goods, right? Then we have next term is goods. Goods, right? Now you might think of goods means something which is good, right? Something which is good, but this does not mean that. This means any commodity. Commodity means anything, right? Any commodity, or which means anything. Anything means kuch cheez, anything which you can touch, which you can hold, which you can feel, right? So goods means something that you are willing to have in your life and that you can use it in your daily life or daily routine. So this is what, these are the two terms that we will be using them a lot in the other chapters also. These two words will come a lot, and in your commercial studies also these two words will be used, and you should know the meaning that other than your basic daily life, these are the words which means wants means desires and goods means commodity or anything, right? Now next we come to characteristics of human wants, right? We have features or characteristics. Features or characteristic. First is wants are repetitive. Wants are repeated. Second is wants differ with age. Wants differ with age. Third is wants differ with gender. Wants differ with gender. So first is wants are repeated. Wants are repeated means that wants, they are unlimited in nature. Okay, listen it very carefully. Wants are unlimited in nature. Wants are unlimited means that once you satisfy one want, once you satisfy one desire of yours, the next moment it will occur, and it will occur in the different manner. It will occur in maybe it will occur in much bigger term, right? Like example, you ordered for pizza, but once you had pizza you feel like having chocolava cake also, then you feel like having garlic bread also. So these are what? These are wants. They are repeated. Once one want is satisfied, the other occurs. Then if you satisfy the other one, the other will occur, right? So this is what wants are repeated in nature. They are unlimited. They will never end. Your wants will never end. Till your last breath, wants does not end, right? Then we have is wants differ with age. Wants differ with age means that wants, they are different according to the ages. They're different according to the age stages, right? As you are a kid, as you're a toddler, you want something else. You want a walker to walk. As you grow a little big, you need a tricycle. Then when you have a tricycle, then you want a bicycle. Now when you have a bicycle, then you will want a bike, then you will want a car. So this is what, according to the ages, your wants are differing, right? According to the ages, your wants are differing. Earlier in the last year, you were studying all the subjects. Now over here, your wants are different. Why? Because now you have been separated from those subjects and you have separate subjects. You have a stream now. You have a different stream now, right? Earlier you were class 8th, you were class 8th A or you were class 8th B. But now, right now, you are 9th commerce, right? So it means that with your age, with the growing age, your wants have been differed, right? Then third is wants differ with gender. Wants differ with gender means girl or boy, right? Like your gender is there. Girl might need a Barbie doll to play with, whereas a boy might need a car to play with. But it can be vice versa also. Boys can also play with dolls and girls can also play with cars. So there is nothing stereotyping in that. That if there is a girl, she has to play with the doll only, and if there is a boy, he has to play with the car only. It can be vice versa also, right? So it is that wants differ with gender. Wants differ with gender. That if you are a girl, if you are a boy, then your wants will differ, right? Definitely, your wants will differ means a boy will wear shorts in the school, he will wear pants in the school, whereas a girl will wear skirt only, right? So this is wants differ with gender. So these are the three characteristics of human wants. That is, human wants are repeated. They are repeated in nature. They never have a limit. They are unlimited. Second is want differ with age. As your age grows, as your age increases, your wants also increases. Then wants differ with gender. If you are a girl, you will need something else. If you are a boy, you will need something else. Then we have this classification of goods. Now we have certain types of goods that are being classified into different manner. Okay, so there we have is classification of goods. So first is your economic and non-economic goods. First is economic and non-economic good. Now in the commercial studies also I have told you that economic, where the word comes economic, it means money. Okay, it means relating to profit, it means money. Where non-economic term comes, it means for social service or it means for satisfaction, self-satisfaction or serving the society, right? So economic goods and non-economic goods. Now all those goods which are available freely, supplied by nature, and we do not have to pay any price is known as non-economic goods. Now economic goods are those which are free of cost, okay, which are free of cost and provided by nature, right? Which are free of cost and they are provided by nature. Like example, sunlight, air, water. These all are the things which are freely available, and they are free of cost. They do not cost anything. Air does not cost anything. Sunlight does not cost anything. Water does not cost anything. That is another thing, that you pay water taxes, right? And then we have this, it is provided by nature. It is free of cost, freely available, and provided by nature. So all those things which have these characteristics are your non-economic goods. Okay, whereas when you have to pay something for certain things, they are your economic goods, right? And then you have this, next is material and non-material. Okay, material goods and non-material goods. Now, material goods are what goods? Material goods are those goods which are tangible in nature and they have definite shape and size. Right. Now, material goods are those which are tangible. Tangible means which you can touch. Okay. Tangible means which you can touch. Like this is a chalk. I can touch this. I can hold it. I can use it to write. So this is tangible. So anything which has a shape, which has a definite shape, which has a weight, which can be touched, which can be held, okay, which you can have a grip on, they are your they are your material or your tangible goods. Whereas non-material goods are those goods which are non-tangible, and you can just enjoy it, you can just feel it. Like example, services of a teacher, services of a doctor. Okay, you can just enjoy the services of a teacher, you can just enjoy the services of a doctor, but you cannot touch them, you cannot hold them, you cannot have a grip on those services. So material goods are those goods which are tangible, which have a definite shape, and non-material goods are those goods which do not have any definite shape, they do not have any size, they do not have any weight, but they are capable enough of satisfying a human, satisfying a person, right? Then you have this perishable and durable goods. The last one is perishable and durable goods. Perishable. Now the word perishable means which perishes. Okay, which perishes. Perishes means with decreases. Like these are those goods which should be consumed within a short span of time. Like example, milk. Okay. They have short life. These are the goods which have short life. Example, milk. Okay. Then you have this Amul cream. Okay. You have this Amul cream. Amul cream happens to what? Like if you open it within 2 days or within like 36 hours, you have to finish it off. Otherwise, it is of no use. It expires. Okay, it's not good for consumption. So perishable means which have a very short life and which needs to be consumed within that period of time, like within that period of limit, right? Then you have this durable goods. Durable goods means they have long life. Okay, they have long life. They have a good time span. They have a good life. Like example, TV, fridge, books. Okay, like you have books, you have TV. They are what? They are durable. You purchase it, you buy it once, and then for like 2-3 years or 4, 5, 6 years, you are sorted. You do not need to purchase them again and again. Right? So this was what? So this is what? This is your classification of goods. One more classification we'll do. Quickly we'll do one more classification. That is your intermediate and final goods. Okay. Intermediate goods and final goods. Now intermediate goods means the goods which are required for further production. Okay, they are needed for further production. are needed for further production. They act as a mediator, they act as a bridge. These are those goods that act as a bridge. They need to they are needed for the further production of any goods or services. Like example, electricity. You need electricity. Electricity for what? You need electricity to light your bulbs. You need electricity to run your washing machine. You need electricity to run your television. So this is an intermediate good. Whereas your final goods, what are the final goods? Final goods means your output or result. Okay, your result, which means your output or your result. Now this is the final product, this is the final output, or this is the result that you have in your hand. Like example, these are those goods, these are finished goods, and they are not required for further enter into any stage of production process. They are meant for final consumption, like typewriter, computer, pen, car, etc. Like example, you want to have cold coffee. So for cold coffee, milk is the intermediate product, whereas your final product is your cold coffee. Now the cold coffee you need to drink, you need to consume it. There is no further step required in production, right? So that is your final goods or final products. Now class 9th, we have done 3 topics in this session, that is wants, that was characteristics of wants, then we had goods, classification of goods we have done, right? So the questions will be based on this section only, and any doubt, any problem if you have, you can mail me down, right? Till then, take care.